My name is Pixy Liao. I am a Chinese artist living in New York. I happened to watch a film called Blow Up, and I really liked the photographers in the film, like his lifestyle. I think it has so much more freedom than my graphic designer life back then. So I just want to give it a try, and I came to the United States to study photography and change my career. I met Mauro on campus, and I was very interested in him, but I didn't know him. So I just walked up to him and say, "Oh, I'm a photographer. Would you want to be my model?" It's an excuse to get to know him. So our relationship really started from me as a photographer and he as a model. My relationship with him back then inspired me to start doing this project experimental relationship, and then I think more and more the project becomes a collaboration. How to build a relationship with layered meanings was an early photo in this project back in 2008. At the time, as a foreign student, we live in like a really cheap apartment with very little furniture, and our bed was just a stacks of mattresses. It was in the beginning of our relationship too. I was a grad student and he was very young. He just began his undergrad study. So in a way I was more like an adult and he was much younger, relying on me. And that made me feel like he is a princess and I'm a knight to protect him. And also, he is very sensitive to many things. He just like the princess on the pea. So I had an imagination, like, because we have so many mattresses in our room, I just took this photo and I am one of those mattresses lying underneath him. That also makes him very uncomfortable. This is a pair of photographs called Try to Live Like a Pair of Conjoined Twins that was taken in 2009. And this was our very first apartment in New York after our graduation. It was a half-basement apartment in Bushwick, Brooklyn. And we have only very good lighting in the kitchen. You can actually see, I think, the garlic in the background hanging next to the necklace. So I found like two shirts that belongs to us that kind of have similar color, and I'm trying to combine us together as if one is coming out of the other person's belly. The reason for this photo is very close to my idea of ideal relationship. Is I think when two people becomes a couple, the combination of two people becomes one unit, as if like they are acting as one person. We even have a name for our combination called PIMO, which is the combination of our name Pixy and Mauro. This photograph was taken in 2010 during my first artist residency in Woodstock, New York. So I invited Mauro to come live with me for a couple of days so I can make photographs with him. Mauro is very skinny. He's so skinny that he can fit in all of my clothes. So I had this flower dress at the time, and he put it on and it fits perfectly. And he's eating raspberry from his fingers because I kind of learned that from the film Emily. And I think the most important thing for this photograph is actually the title, "You Don't Have to Be a Boy to Be My Boyfriend," which is something that has been lingering on my mind for a very long time. But I didn't really realize that until I see this photo. That is something I believe for a heterosexual relationship. A man does not need to be a man, or a woman does not need to be a woman. For experimental relationship, I don't have an ending date for it, because for me there's an experiment in our relationship too. So I want to know in this experiment how long it can last. So it's really depending on our real relationship, whether we can continue make it or not.